Hello everybody, how are you? So again welcome back to all of you in my chemistry class. So today I will teach you the different characteristics of solids, liquid and gaseous state. Okay, so for this I have made the three simple diagram. So this representing the solid state, this representing the liquid state and this representing the gaseous state. Okay, so we will understand in each state, that is a solid, liquid and gaseous state, one by one according to their different properties, that is according to shape and volume, the interparticular forces of attractions, compressibility, density and fluidity. Okay, so first come to the first state, that is the solid state. Okay, so basically what is solid? So as we know, the solids are characterized by having the different shape and different volume. Okay, and they are rigid and are incompressible. Okay, so as we know, the solids have the different shape and distinct boundaries because of the strong force of attraction between the particles. Okay, which hold them close together. Okay, like this. And due to this, the particles cannot move. Okay, the particles cannot move their positions, they can only vibrate about their fixed positions. Okay, due to some energy passing by them, we can say. Okay, so the particles cannot move their fixed positions, so they have a different shape, we can say, and even they also maintain their shape when they are put in different containers. Okay, so this is about shape, and because the solids have the different shape and because the solids have different shape, so we can say they will acquire the different space, and we know the space occupied by a substance is called volume. Okay, the solids have the different shape, so they will acquire the different space, so they will have the different volume. Okay, so we can say the solids have fixed volume and fixed shape. Okay, now next come to the interparticle forces of attractions. So what is this? So as we know, the particles in matters, okay, the particles in matter exert the force of attraction upon each other, and these forces of attractions are called the intermolecular force or interparticle forces of attractions. Okay, simply interparticle force. And because as we know, the stronger the force of attraction, stronger the forces of force of attraction, we can say, so the particles will be closer to each other. Okay, so as much as the force of attraction between the particles will be larger, the particles will be come closer. Okay, so in case of solids, you can see the constituent particles or neighboring particles are closely packed and tightly packed as well. Okay, so hence we can say the force of attraction, that is the interparticle forces in solids is strong, is very large. Okay, so we can say interparticle force is strongest in solids. Okay. Okay, now come to third, which is about compressibility. So as we know, in case of solids, the force of attractions is very large, and due to strong forces of attractions, the particles in solids are tightly and closely packed, and they cannot change their positions. Okay, so they do not change their positions, so they cannot be compressed. So they cannot be compressed, right? So we can say the solids are rigid. Rigid means they are hard and they are not compressible. Okay, so this is about compressibility of solids. Okay, now next about density. So what is density? So density means the mass per unit volume occupied by a substance is called density, and mostly the solids are dense. Okay, so which suggests that the particles in solids are tightly packed, and due to this tightly and close packing, the number of particles in per unit volume, that is in unit volume, will be larger than other two states, the liquids and the gaseous states. Okay, so because there is more number of particles in per unit volume, you will find in case of solids as compared to other states, liquid and the gas. So we can say the solids have higher density as compared to liquid and gaseous state. Okay, now come to next, fluidity. So fluidity means this is the tendency of a matter to flow. Okay, so as the liquids, if you drop some amount of liquid in any place, then you will find the liquid will flow. Okay, so whether the solid have tendency to flow or not, so the liquids do not have tendency to flow and they maintain their shape. Okay, so even they are put in different containers, so we can say the solids have do not tendency to flow. It means they are rigid. Okay, so these are the some properties that we discussed about solids just right now. Now come to next state, which is the liquid state. Okay, so what is a liquid? So mainly liquids are characterized by having the definite volume but not definite shape. Okay, and they are also incompressible. Okay, so let's see the liquids. So first, so whether the liquids have fixed volume? Yes, the liquids have fixed volume. So for this, to understand this, if we take same quantity of water and if we put it into different containers, say suppose we take 1 liter of water and suppose we put it into different containers. Suppose we put it into beaker, in a glass tumbler, in conical flask and in flat flask. Okay, so you will see the volume of this liquid water will in this case, as well as in this case also remaining the 1 liter volume will remaining the same, but the water will change its shape according to the container in which it is kept. Okay, so we can say the liquids have fixed volume but do not have fixed shape. They acquire the shape of the container when they are put. Okay, now next, interparticle forces of attractions. So in case of in case of liquids, because here you can see there is a space, there is empty space between any two neighboring particles of the liquids. So we can say the force of attraction between any two corresponding particles is weaker than the solids but stronger than as than the in case of gas. Okay, so the internal particle force is weaker than solids but stronger than gas. Okay, now next, compressibility. So as the solids are incompressible because they have different volume, so similarly the liquids are almost incompressible, or we can say they are negligible compressible. Okay, so next, density. Okay, so it is found that the liquids have generally the lower density as compared to solids, because in the per unit volume you will find the less number of particles as compared to the solids. So we can say the liquids have a lower density as compared to solids. Okay, so if we talk about the density of liquids, so they have moderate and generally have density less than solids. Now next, fluidity. So as we know very well, the liquid have tendency to flow. Okay, so if you drop some amount of water in any surface, then it will flow, okay, over that surface. So the liquids have tendency to flow. Okay, so therefore the liquids are also called fluids. Okay, so you must remember this. Okay, the liquids are called fluids. Okay. Okay, now come to next state, which is the gaseous state. So what is a gas? So gas is also characterized by not having the different volume, not different shape, and they are compressible. Okay, so the gases have neither fixed volume nor fixed shape. Okay, and because here you can see there is very large empty space between any two neighboring or constituent particles as compared to the other two states, solids and liquids. So we can say there is very weak the forces of attractions in the particles of gas. Okay, so the interparticle forces of attractions are the weakest way in case of gas. Okay, now because there is a very large space between the particles of liquids, in gas and or we can say there is very weak the force of attraction between the particles of gas, so they can be compressed. So the particles of gas can be compressed easily, so the gases are easily compressible. Okay, so if you look in your house a cooking cylinder, a LPG, so in that cylinder the LPG gas is filled with high pressure. Okay, and due to that high pressure the gas that is filled in that cylinder is converted in the liquid form. Okay, now next, the density. So we can say in per unit volume there will be very less number of particles as compared to liquid and solid state. So we can say the gases have very low density. And next is fluidity. So as the liquids have tendency to flow, the gases have also tendency to flow. Okay, so the particles of gases have very high kinetic energy, so they are free to move in any direction, so they are randomly moving in all possible directions. Okay, and they will take the shape and volume of any container where they are kept. Okay, so this is all about the properties of solids, liquid and gases. Okay, so I hope everybody understood this. Okay, then thank you for watching this video.